right, welcome back to Concepts in Training. Happy Friday. Looking at the concept of sports-specific training and general training, and basically how does everything we do in the gym translate to real life scenarios, okay? Especially when we look at performance training and strength training. A lot of times, at least in my background, working with individuals trying to perform better. When we look at specificity in a training, from a training standpoint, the most specific thing you can do for a sport or a task is the task itself. So, a lot of times you see people try to say this is a sport-specific exercise. Well, the most sport-specific exercise you can do is play your sport. When we look at then diving into training, our goal is to then to develop strengths that will support the skill or the task at hand, right? Now, swinging a weighted bat is not going to make me better at baseball. Doing an Olympic lift is not going to make me better at basketball. Now, will doing an Olympic lift make me jump higher? Potentially, yes. I guarantee that it's executed right. But being able to understand that what we're actually trying to do in the weight room is develop general strengths biased towards an area that is going to help you perform in a specific domain. If you're looking for general fitness, what we call GPP, that means working the spectrum. We've talked a little bit about riding the curve of the force velocity curve, and being able to work at different adaptations along that to develop qualities like power, endurance, speed, strength, power, strength, speed. Those are all qualities along the force velocity curve, and being able to understand that, if we have a specific goal in mind, we bias our general strengths in that direction. If we're looking for general fitness, we kind of have to tag on all these different general training adaptations. When we look at being able to understand specificity, the only thing that strength training, right? Let's just take weightlifting example, because Olympic weightlifting is one of those things that gets used in CrossFit, it gets used in sport performance programs. The only thing that weightlifting itself is sport specific to is the sport of weightlifting. Right? Snatch, clean, and jerk, the only thing it's specific to is snatch, clean, and jerk on the platform. Now, can it be used as a tool to achieve training adaptations along the force velocity curve and to improve one's ability to express certain qualities on a court, field, track, you name it? Yes. But when we look at actual specificity, the most specific thing you can do for a specific task is the task itself. When we're looking at the training room, we're trying to bias strengths that will support a specific skill that is learned doing the skill itself and practicing that skill itself. So when we look at sport specificity or task specificity, there is no such thing as specific training. We can use tools that we have in a training environment or the gym environment to bias towards a physiological ability to perform that task more specifically, but we cannot actually increase our ability to perform a sport without doing the skill, or life without doing the skill. So just something to think about, especially with these concepts in training, because that's one that gets thrown out there a lot, is specific training. I want something specific to this activity. Well, you have to actually do the activity because that's the most specific thing you can do. So being able to understand that and how this space, the gym space, gets involved with training and how it translates to actual being specific, it's really just trying to bias adaptations that will support that skill.